Good morning, friends. So, in this class, we are going to discuss the next type of contract which is there in the BOT model. Okay. So, BOT model consists all these type of agreements or contracts. So, we have completed concession, loan, shareholder agreement, and we were discussing about the construction contract. A very important contract comparing with the other type, because this is a construction company, this is a core company or sponsorer. So whatever the contract is in between these two parties is very very important. So generally here the lot of risks are shared here, very important from the point of view. The first condition, force majeure clause should be added here. Force majeure means the act of God, such as floods, earthquake, etc. If they are occurring in that one, so what type of loss will be there and who is going to take that risk or liability, so that is there. Okay. So we have started the discussion of that one, so we'll go to that one, this construction contract. And next we have discussed about underperformance. If the project itself is underperforming, who is going to take that one? Okay, who is going to share the risk for that one? Liability, if any damages is occurring, who is going to liable that one? Who is responsible for that one? Termination, if the contract itself is terminated, or if step in means what, one party is changed for the construction, means what, if A is constructing that one, suddenly another party will come and it will step in inside the contract. So that means what, A is removed and B is involved. So in that type of situation, what is the clauses, what is the different conditions will come, no? So all those things will be discussed. Changes variation scope means what, if government decides if any changes in the project itself, then who is going to take the risk for that one? So all the risks which includes force majeure, underperformance, liability, termination and changes. So all these about all these points, particular clauses should be mentioned in that construction contract. Okay. So now in the limitation, so these are the points we were discussing. If damages are occurring to the sponsorer, mean that sponsorer company is there, no, central company, who is responsible for underperformance, who is responsible for late delivery, who is responsible for defects, means what, damages from the defects. So all these things are there. Termination, if the government itself terminates the project, then who is taking that risk of financed? Okay, so what is that? BOT structured project, government and finances must have the ability, in the event that sponsor is in default to the point where the take or pay agreement or the finance agreements are terminated. In any case, if termination occurs, who is going to pay the finance? That is the termination clause. Okay, like that. Next is what? Changes. Changes or variation means what? If any changes is occurred in the scope, if any changes in the drawings, whatever may be the changes, who is going to adjust that one? Who is going to adjust it? So there has to be clauses with respect to changes. Okay. Why? Because these are all self-financed project. No, if government is financing, if changes are, then government is going to pay, no problem. But in the self-financed in BOT model, nobody is going to take the responsibility for the additional cost which are there due to the changes. Okay, so that is what the sponsorer needs to pass that additional cost to the government. Very important. Okay, government is the only paying for the product. Okay, because the end product is purchased by whom? Government itself. So that is what, under which agreement? Offtake agreement. The financiers would not expecting to fund such variation. Very important. The banks will not allow for that variation, the future variations. Okay. Supply contract means what? If that big project is there, construction company is there, supply. So supplying turbines, supplying pipelines, supplying electrical equipment, supplying motors. So that type of contract is also there in this BOT models. Okay. So here one example they are giving. The supplier in the supplier contract is often a government agency. Sometimes it is also a government agency that supplies such as coal to the power plant and oil. So generally it is there. Okay, generally supply contract is also there. So such as coal and power plant. Offtake agreement, very very important. Offtake agreement is what? It is an agreement between the government and the concessionary. It is the government and the concessionary to purchase that minimum quantity of the service. To purchase that minimum quantity of the service. Okay. So such as what type of product you are expecting there? Electricity, water at a fixed price for fixed term. So generally it is mentioned in the offtake agreement. Offtake agreement. So what are the key points in that? What are the key points? Generally, you have performance standards, revenue stream or tariff structure. Performance standard means what? Up to what? What type of quality you are expecting? What type of quality you are expecting from the end product, that is given as a performance standard. It's called as performance standard. Revenue stream means what? At what time how much will be the revenue generated? At what time how much revenue is generated? Tariff structure means what? How what is the different types of rates on what end product, how it is going to be purchased? Tariff structure on this product, on this product number one, for this much of duration, what is the tariff? For product number two, for next duration, what is the tariff? Like that the tariff structure is there. Revenue stream is different times and what is the revenue, total revenue will be generated. Like that you are going to have the clauses on all these things. The next one is operation and maintenance. What do you mean by operation and maintenance here? It is agreement between the operator and this concession company. Operation and this concession company and the operator. Here the operation phase plays a very important role in the success of BOT project. Why? Because in this operation and maintenance only the revenue is going to generate. It is going to generate the revenue. So that is why here the highest level of attention is given. It is given the highest level of attention. It is generally a long-term contract. It is generally a long-term contract. So in O&M agreement, you have different terms, that is pre-operational pays, operational of facilities, sponsor obligation, performance obligation. So here also you might encounter these things. What are the things? Force major conditions means what? Unseen acts or acts of God, floods, earthquakes, strike, riots, war. So all those things will come. In O&M also you might encounter underperformance. In O&M also you may have termination or finance facility. So all these points should be clearly mentioned in the O&M. So what is the general procedure for this type of thing? Government issues one first RFQ. RFQ means what? Request for quotation, request for proposal, request for quotation. Okay, request to bid. So here obviously you have pre-qualification. Only the categories following under the suitable criteria, then only they are qualified to quote their rates, qualified to bid for the projects. Okay. Government will pre-qualify thing and issues for request for next proposal and tendering will be called for. So how is the procedure? It is asking for request for quoting, pre-qualification is conducted and pre-qualification is completed, then tendering process will be called. Okay. After the tendering, government evaluates the all the tenders and shortlist some of the companies and negotiation will be taken and government selects the winner. Okay. So very important the procedure for that one. It's all thing it's already explained. Here some of the key factors are discussed for the success. For the success of what? BOT project. Entrepreneurship and leadership. Here the main sponsor is the key component. Here main sponsor, government, authority, offtake purchaser, shareholder, okay, lenders, okay, what is that? O&M, O&M purchaser, okay, next construction company, supplier company. So many entities are involved. Entrepreneurship and leadership. So this sponsor is very key person. His qualities will decide the success of the BOT project. Okay, right project identification. So before getting into the quotation itself, all this group is there. No, all this group called as sponsorer group will have to identify the correct project. Strength of consortium means what? How much they are capable to do the work. Okay. Technical solution advantage means what? Having a better technology will give you a revenue generation, a very good revenue generation at the early stage. So technical solution, you have to be there. Financial package differentiation, this is between lenders and the sponsorer actually. Okay, this is between them. Differentiation in guarantee means what? Government will give the guarantee. Okay, so if anything bad thing happens, who is I will give the guarantee that this much only I will purchase from you. Okay, these are the some of the critical success parameter. Okay, very very important from the this one. Reasons why government should go for this BOT model, you can directly give. Okay, here government is just playing what is not in an active role, it is in a passive role. Okay, why government should go? Government is not at all actively participating, it is only transferring the rights, and at the end it is purchasing the product. Here the involvement of private sector and its experience and its lenders are very much experienced, they are going to come. Okay, so that is why the involvement of private sector is encouraged here, that is why government should adapt. Okay, so risk and everything is shared between public and private. Here in the traditional one, risk may be one sided, but in this case BOT models or PPP models, the risks are shared, that is why government should go. First is involvement of private sector and experienced commercial lenders will be there. Second is risk sharing. Third is what? Third is by having a private sector involvement, the revenue, sorry, the capital or the investment is from the private sector only. That is key role here. The government is not at all financing. Here the financing is done from the private sector, so the burden of financing is not there. Burden of financing is not there. So generally it is, that is why government should go for the this adopting BOT models. There are some other points you can easily refer. Characteristics, what are the important characteristics? Here very important, limited recourse. Whatever the financing is done from the lenders or the group of banks is by seeing the revenue generated of that project, not of company. This is the important differentiating characteristics. It is the lending or the financing is done by seeing the revenue generated from the project, not from the company's performance. Okay, that is the first thing. Okay, second very important thing is total financing is done by lenders, not by government. That is the second important point. Okay, because these, and third point is these are very complex and you have multiple interdependent agreement. That is the third point. Okay, multiple interdependent agreement. And you have another, some of the characteristics are there. Here uncertainties are very very high, risks are very very high. Transfer the risk to the private sector, that is what risk sharing is there. Okay, so here you can apply to the any type of economy. Here BOT projects can apply to the any type of economy, specifically for power sector, power sector, transportation sector and telecommunication sector, you have like that. Okay, so these are some of the important BOT characteristics. Okay. Okay, these are some points there, you can also refer. Okay, so here what are the type of risk, very important from your exam point of view. Here what are the risks involved in the BOT projects, very important. Political risk, currency, cost overrun, delay, tariff adjustment, market, operation risk, force major risk, all are self explanatory only. So here political risk, what is that? It is coming where? This political risk especially in developing countries, because possibility of overnight political situations, because political situation, this party will come, that party will come. So if that comes, so what is the state of the economic, this one economic conditions, so that type of risk will be involved. Technical risk, construction difficulties will be there, so that is also involved in that type of risk. Financing risk means what? Here what is happening? Foreign exchange rate, if any overseas company is executing a BOT model, then what shall be the exchange rate? So all the risks will come. Okay, that these are the risk involved in the BOT models. Okay, so advantages, very important from exam point of view. Advantages: you have financed from private sector only. That is the first and foremost advantage. Government is not at all financing. You can have a very good completing schedule. That means acceleration of the projects can be done. Acceleration of the development of the project can be done. Okay, so here efficiency is also increased, because if financing is done from the self or the banks directly from the sponsorer, then the efficiency of the total project itself will increase. Okay, so here risk and burden sharings can be applied. Risk and burden sharing is uh, done between the private entity and the government entity. You may have technological transfer between the different parties. That is also one advantage. And this may lead to the privatization where government is under loss. So it can lead to privatization. So BOT model, next stage, obviously it is going to be privatization. For example, railway, you are seeing, no, railway, some of in nowadays government is privatizing the railway department. Okay, so like that. But disadvantage is what? Main disadvantage is transaction cost are very very high. What do you mean by transaction cost? Once the project is completed, once the revenues are generated, once the everything is settled, later on it has to hand over the project to the government. Very important. So this transaction of handing over is very very high in BOT model. Approximately 5 to 10% will be there. So it is not suitable for smaller project. And very important disadvantage is what? Financing is very very difficult, because only after identification of correct project, then only financer is going to interest. Okay, what will happen if revenues are not generated correctly? Then everything is going to collapse. So that is the some of the disadvantages which are there in the BOT models. Okay, so advantage, disadvantage. Issues, what type of issues you can see here? So you have interdependency of contracts. So multiple parties, multiple contracts will be there. So lot of interdependency of all the contracts will be there. That is one issue. Okay, that you have to look after. Okay, mismatching the risk. Okay, only one party cannot bear all the risk. Okay, that risk has to be shared between lenders, risk has to share between the authority. So like that, each and every point has to be discussed first. Mismatching the risk. Very important risk is force majeure. Force majeure means what? Act of God which are not under the control of the parties, such as flood, earthquake, strikes, wars. Okay, so all those things will come under the force majeures. This part also given should be the sufficient risk. What is that? Importance here. Okay, time extension. What shall be its effect on the cost? If extra 1 year is given for the additional construction, so revenue generation will be affected. So this matter should also be looked into. Insurance, who is going to pay for insurance? Okay, that termination part. So these are the some of the topics which should be given importance in BOT models. Okay, so here again we are discussing what? Concession. So what do you mean by concession? Okay, what do you mean by concession? It is a concession gives a concessionary a long-term right to use the utility, long-term right to use the utility, such as power plant, such as hydroelectric power project includes dam, canals, okay, such as telecommunication, tower maintenance. Okay, so long-term usage right is transferred to one entity. That entity is called as concessionary. The transferring itself is called as concession, and the agreement is called as concession agreement. This is about the concession agreement. So here you can get the definition. What do you mean by concession? It covers Concession covers an entire infrastructure system. It covers the entire infrastructure system, includes what? Concessionary taking over the assets. Concessionary will taking over the assets as well as building, as well as its operating new assets. So concession is covering what? All the infrastructure system. Okay, so generally the BOT types, contracts and concessions are interchangeably used here. Okay, so BOT, some people use BOT contracts, some people use concession contracts. So terms are interchangeably can be used. Okay, So the next part will be discussed later.